It was on this platform that I said a while ago that you cannot successfully want the society to get better, the country to advance, and be less bothered about what is happening in the faith-based institutions, in the religious sector, so to speak. If you say you don't want to talk about church, but you are concerned about moving the society forward, you are just lying. It cannot work. Every sane society must have an element of control, responsibility, and accountability of all sectors, irrespective of the I don't know, the interests of the people, irrespective of the sentiment involved, whether it is of the larger majority or the minute population. Somebody must be accountable to the system, and that is why people like Prophet Jeremiah or Motofufi has turned themselves to valiance, like Tinubu, like Jeremiah. You cannot imagine that a man of God will arrange other men of God to go and protest and want a government institution not to probe into a case of adulterated or fake products in the name of spiritual items. And there are pastors that are now storming NAFDAC office in Asaba Delta State, warning NAFDAC, a government institution, to stay away from probing a product that have been released for people to take in. And he say government or NAFDAC does not have right to look into spiritual product. That spiritual product do not need NAFDAC approval. As some of this one are guesses. That's the kind of country. Go try that thing abroad. I've been to a few churches outside of Nigeria. Go read donation of tithe and offering. There is a place you are told to agree, to tick, to say you gave this thing freely. The church is also accountable to every donation that comes, to the point that in some place they even tell you that there is a tax on some of these donations. For example, say if it is, go and check. Government involved with themselves in books of what you call non-governmental organizations, non-profit organizations. They involve themselves. They want to know how it's being run. They want to know how it's being managed. You cannot be deceiving people to collect donations and then you tell. That's how well institutions around the world have been strengthened. But in Nigeria, if you not talk, they'll say you are antichrist. A man of God, for the sake of giving light to the whole situation, Prophet Jeremiah released a few products in the social space, and they began to say that they are miracles. I don't want to get into that. I'm a church boy, right? But then sometimes I see a few things and it angers me. That's when I see people say, don't talk about church in the comment section. See, I will take such of those nuisances more seriously than I take political antagonists, because it is the height of pedestrianity. Very shallow, lame, deaf people. This is not even a bedamina attacking church. You just say, don't talk about church. As who? So when that man took that project upon himself to tell Nigerians that as much as these things are called, forget about the spiritual connotation that was given to it. Oh, miracle babies and all that. Charlatans. There is nothing. There is a video of Pastor Christian that I saw a few hours ago. I'm searching for it on the net, right? And then where he actually spoke about this is some of these guys left traditional worship, voodoo, native doctorism. They just come turn and open church. They wear suits. So that same mentality, they run church. So everything is run with items, products. There are some people that can never pray without they put water. There is now a deputy Jesus in their life. There are people that believe there are stones. They put them, do mantle everywhere for Rome. Do mantle at every point. I'm not saying it's bad. But when your faith is now attached to a particular product or item, you are no longer for Jesus. Not be Jesus called. No, you don't know Jesus again. And so, then that man said that he wants to know the NAFDAC numbers of all those products that were released. And so, Jeremiah took him to court. I've been following the conversations. I posted a few videos of them. I see it as some kind of. So at first I was wondering. Somebody saying provide NAFDAC product, NAFDAC number. You went to court to stop the court, to stop him from talking about it. And that's where I knew that there was a problem. That's the political style. When they go to seek interim injunction to stop investigation, to stop conversation, to stop engagement. I said, but but. And then, by the grace of God, after several that man was dogged, he went on to even protest against NAFDAC, called out the the head and the various departmental persons that were supposed to have done that investigation and give a public statement as to whether or not these products have NAFDAC number. So a few days ago, NAFDAC issued a public statement saying that they did not approve any of those water, right? Even if Prophet Jeremiah tried to play poisonous at one time and said he wasn't going to sell it, he was not, even at that, even if you are releasing anything free for the public, as long as people are consuming it, you need to go through the process of not be seen as institutions. Are we supposed to be issuing public statements? These guys are supposed to have been arrested. They're not be issuing public statement. Not be, you will go try them for abroad. Now they're investing. This is what that pains me. These guys, and they are deceiving you to think that they want the country. If Nigeria really developed, so many pastors, so many imams, so many politicians, so many business leaders, so many CEOs, so many entrepreneurs, so many citizens cannot live in the country. So it is lip service to development because they know a developed society, they will not allow all this rubbish. When people say it is easier to make money in Nigeria, you know why? There are plenty areas to cut corners. There are plenty areas to bribe. Not that there are no bribes around the world, but it's easier. It's easier to go behind the books or off the books. It's easier to manipulate the system. It's easier to bribe a certain way and get things done. That's why most people rather do business in Nigeria. If the institutions that are supposed to be strengthened and do their job diligently, many Nigerians businesses that are existing will crumble. Many Nigerian millionaires will become Tanzanians. Many Nigerians that are bragging with influence, with affluence, with wealth, with churches, they will go down because they have to be accountable to the system. And so NAFDAC issued this. Guess what? A few hours ago, we heard that bishops. Let me read the story to you. What is the difference between Jeremiah and Tinubu that hired bishops to come to a political gathering? If bishops cannot go to NAFDAC to go and warn NAFDAC, and they leave them, make them go. They're not local of the help, make them use scale, they flog them. Listen to the report. NAFDAC stop investigating Pastor Jeremiah miracle soup and water. Serious drama as pastors and bishops lead protest to NAFDAC office over Prophet Jeremiah's miracles product probe. On Tuesday, September 10th, over 7 bishops led protesters to the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control NAFDAC office in Asaba, the Delta State capital. The bishops called on the agency to refrain from attacks on the senior prophet of Christ Mercy Land Deliverance Ministry Abuja, Prophet Jeremiah Fufuyin, over his spiritual products. The protesters, who were drawn for Fufuyin's church and other Christian faiths, besieged the NAFDAC office with different inscriptions on placards despite the heavy rain to register their grievance. Even God not permit them, but they still do one. Over the attack on him. Some of the placards read spiritual products have spiritual backing. Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Hey, Yabadeko! Nigeria don't go! Don't need NAFDAC approval. When it comes to spiritual, respect it among others. Speaking on behalf of the protesters, the Metropolitan Bishop of the Charismatic Anglican Church of Nigeria, Samuel Baba, cautioned NAFDAC on spiritual matters. In a society where there are institutions, why are you giving the water to physical beings and citizens? Go give spiritual beings. And somebody is going to defend this rubbish. If I talk with it in my mind, I know it says I'll be sued. If I talk with it in my mind, you will look for me sue me. There's so much assignment on the road. We go they do and small make we fulfill reach where we go. Now small time remain. But Baba said, we are men of God and we are here in solidarity to send a message to NAFDAC to refrain from a step over spiritual matters. NAFDAC does not have the right to regulate spiritual products. There is a limit to what people can do, especially when it comes to matter of faith. So now tell me, what is the difference between Prophet Jeremiah and Tinubu? See, I will leave political work. I will leave them because we they deceive. We take one step forward and 100 steps backward. These people these people. Ask your prophet in Nigeria that have churches abroad. Ask them if they have 100% right over everything that happens in their church. Ask them if it is comfortable for them to spend monies in their coffers without due process, without putting, even if the authorities do not come in 3 years to come and check, but they will still document it, because somehow one of these days, any accusation, any investigation can lead to anything. Charlatans. And there are people aiding them. We want the country to get better, but there are things we should not talk about. If I talk, the author say leave church alone. You don't have any message against church. If religion is sanitized in Nigeria, we have solved 50% of our problem. If religion is sanitized in Nigeria, because a lot of these politicians, who are their spiritual fathers, where do they pay tithe and offering to? Where are they supposed to be getting how truth about how to focus and give better and give society better outlook? Where are they supposed to have their faith-based values and principles? Amako. If you are truly a Christian, you are truly a Muslim, when you hear the real word of God or hear Allah's voice consistently, you will put society first above every other thing. But because religion has become, like they say, opium of the masses, is the opium. It is not, it's now manipulative too it can't be. And guess what? In no distant time, NAFDAC will withdraw from this case. They will withdraw now. Jeremiah has got sons. They will call NAFDAC, say, stay away. Stay away. And I want my country better. I'm gonna rest. Come on, man.